Hi, I'm Peter Knight. I want to talk this morning about how you go about your practice and what your practice mindset should be. And if we think of two different mindsets, one is probably the typical one where a player is looking to get better every time they practice. Now, golf's a fine motor skill that has very little room for variability or errors in how the ball's struck. And you know that. You don't score the same every time you go and play. So your scores go up and down, same as your practice every day goes up and down as far as you're hitting the ball. So one mindset is, I want to get better every day. Another one is, I'm going to do the things that will lead to me being better. Now, whether that's every day or not, but there's quite a difference. So the first one is, you're going to judge probably every shot that you hit. You're going to be disappointed with some, you're going to be happy with others. And often the way you judge your practice session is based on how the last few shots went. If they were good, fine, you go home happy. Otherwise, maybe not so much. The other thing too is that if during your practice session the shots aren't going how you'd like them to, it's really easy to start to jump to different thoughts. Maybe I'll try this and see how it goes. Maybe I'll try that, in the hope that you'll suddenly magically find the secret. But then you notice that the secret only lasts for a few shots, or at the most for a day. A different mindset of doing the things that you know are going to lead to improvement and lead to sustainable improvement is doing things like treating your practice session like a workout in the gym. So the first part of my session is going to be based on technique. If you're having coaching, really simple, you focus only on what your coach is telling you and you don't worry about trying other things regardless of how you're hitting the ball. Then you can also set up stations. So for example, you might use alignment rod or alignment rods to check alignment or ball position with any shot. You may use a mirror or have some way of watching what your body's doing and then being able to assess that against what you know to be correct, and then you stick with that. So then there's the technique elements. Then you might spend part of your practice session hitting different shots, just the same as you're on the golf course. So you might hit a couple of drivers, a couple of mid-irons, some pitches, and then cycle through. Hit some fairway woods, hit a few long irons or mid-irons or short irons, and so you're constantly changing your target and changing the club. Then you might also do some competitive drills. So you've got a score-based drill where you're trying to achieve a certain score. Ideally, your personal best or beating your personal best. That may or may not happen. But it's going through a fairly systematic practice routine each time that does lead to sustainable and more enjoyable improvement with your golf. You may not see it from session to session, but over time, you definitely will. Just one thing on these videos, if you like these videos and you'd like to receive one every week, then click subscribe and I'll look forward to sharing them with you every week.